Hello, my name is Hope, and I'm with Boyer Associates. And I'm very excited to show you the expense management functionality offered by Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management. I'll call it D365 FSCM for short. Expense management streamlines the entire expense management lifecycle from submission to reimbursement, helping improve efficiency, control cost, and ensuring compliance with financial policies and regulations. Expense management seamlessly integrates with the other modules within D365 FSCM, such as finance and human resources, enabling a unified view of financial data and employee information. Expenses are paid through the Accounts Payable module, and D365 FSCM offers features for tracking vendor invoices, managing payment terms, and ensuring timely reimbursements. Also note, processing intercompany expense reports is supported. Let's start our tour with an important foundational part of the expense management functionality, policy compliance. The system can help enforce company expense policies by flagging violations such as out-of-policy expenses or non-compliant receipts. This helps ensure adherence to spending guidelines and regulatory requirements. Now let's go in and take a look at the expense report policy setup. This grid screen shows a list of all the expense report policies. This is where you would come to create a new policy, retire an existing policy, or make needed changes to update an active policy. Note you can share policies across companies, or each company can have its own, and there is no limit on how many expense report policies you can have. Now let's drill down to the details of the first policy in the list, the expense policy for USSI. Note this policy is set up to be specifically for USSI Contasso Consulting USA. Once we scroll down on the left-hand side, you will find the policy rule types: airline, car, rental, conference, hotel, etc. When you select the policy type on the left, the system will show you any policy rules related to that type. For example, we've selected airline on the right we see that there have been two versions of an airline policy rule. Let's drill down into the active one and take a look. D365 FSCM provides a powerful policy rule building tool that is flexible and allows for the use of multiple filters. The tool can provide warnings, require justification, or it can stop transactions from being processed. Now I want to take you over to settings so we can talk about the mobile app. Employees can use the mobile app to conveniently submit expenses on the go, capture receipts, and extract relevant information from them using OCR technology, submit reports, and track the reimbursement status, all from their smartphones or tablets. Employees can easily submit expense reports via the mobile app or directly within D365 FSCM platform. They both work alike. Note that choosing which fields are visible and which are required on the expense submission forms is configurable. Now let's take a look at the expense management workspace. You'll note when you enter the expense management workspace, the default tab is reports. Here we can see all the expense reports and their associated status. Note I'm working on 225 as it is in the draft mode. I've submitted 201 and it's been approved. However, it hasn't been paid yet, or the approval status would show the payment was processed. Note that you can create a new expense report, delete an expense report, or submit an expense report to approval workflow from here. Expense reports can be routed through customizable approval workflows based on organizational policies. Approvers can review, approve, reject, or request further information on expense submissions. Let's move over to the Receipts tab, which shows us any unattached receipts. Note you can create a new expense report from here, or you can attach the receipt to an existing report. You can click Open to view the receipt. Let's go back to Reports and work on the expense report that I have that's still in draft mode. I'm going to drill down on 225. An expense report is made up of expenses and receipts. Note the related tab headings. Click Add New Expense to add a new expense line. This gives us the new expense line form. First, you choose a category. Categories can be used for reporting, and they are what drives the GL entries. Enter the rest of the information as needed, and don't forget your organization can specify which fields are displayed as well as which are required. Note the car rental expense line was added, and you'll note that you can record what project the expense is related to if applicable. You can also denote whether it should be billable or not. You can also attach a receipt from here, add financial dimensions, edit, or itemize this expense. Note we can also attach an unattached expense from here. Unattached expenses could include transaction imports for company credit cards or just expense lines you entered via the mobile app while on the go. This screen will allow you to pick and choose which unattached expenses you would like to add to the expense report you're working on. Now, if we go over to receipts, we'll see that we can add receipts. And from here, you could capture the image of a new receipt or select an existing one to add to the expense report. We'll save and close now. And now we're ready to submit this expense report to the approval workflow. We're able to enter any applicable comments here. These and any comments approvers might add during the workflow process will be stored in the workflow history and viewable by anyone with the appropriate security rights. You'll see the status has changed from draft to in review. It's as easy as that. Let's take a quick look at the analytic tabs. D365 FSCM provides robust reporting and analytic capabilities, allowing finance teams to gain insights into spending patterns, identify cost-saving opportunities, and track key performance metrics related to expense management. D365 FSCM Expense Management maintains comprehensive audit trails of all expense-related activities, providing transparency and accountability for compliance purposes and audits. The system manages cash advances and travel requisitions as well. Travel requisitions go through an automated approval workflow, just like expense reports. Note that expense reports can be created directly from approved travel requisitions, saving time and keystrokes. D365 FSCM offers complete expense management capabilities with an easy-to-use, on-the-go mobile app, receipt capture with OCR capabilities, and powerful approval workflows. It manages the submission of travel requisitions, the maintenance of per diem rates by location, employee reimbursements, company credit cards, as well as cash advances, and more. If you are looking to create more efficiency in your operations, let's talk. Boyer can help you save time, reduce errors, and lower cost. Contact us today.